Hey guys, today we are here to learn what is Java. Mean to say, what do you mean by Java language and its definition, how it is installed and use of Java with respect to testing. So we are going to learn this in short and easier way so that the new guys, especially the testing folks who want to start their career with Java, it could be helpful for them. Now, there has always been a lot of confusion between Java and JavaScripting, whether these two are same or not. But let me tell you guys, and let me clear this right over here. There is absolutely no similarity between Java and JavaScript. These are two different programming languages meant to do two different things. Now, just to provide clarity, have mentioned two major differences. First one is Java creates application that run on JVM, whereas JavaScript is run on browser. Java programs require an entire Java development kit, which we will try to understand in later slides, whereas JavaScript requires just a text editor. So, what do we mean by Java language and its definition? Java was basically designed as a high-level programming language. It was originally designed for developing programs for handheld devices. However, later it became a popular choice for creating web applications. Java syntax is somewhat similar to C++ and it's strictly a object-oriented programming language. So would personally suggest to go through OOPS concept once before starting programming with Java language. One of the biggest advantages of Java is its platform independent. Now, what do I mean when I say platform independent? Java offers the comfort of writing program once and run on any hardware and software platform or on any Java compatible browser. This gives ability to move from one computer system to another. Confused? Of course you all would be, since this is a bookish definition. Let's try to understand this with an example. Let's see what actually happens when we execute a program with an example of print statement in language C. There is a component called as compiler. Compiler takes this statement or program as input and converts it into an assembly code, which is a language understood by assembler. And then assembler converts this assembly code into a machine code which is understood by our laptop's processor. Mean to say, we would only be able to execute this code on our PC or laptop. But as a programmer, I would want to execute this program on various other devices like smartphones and other digital devices like smartwatches, etc. For this, we would need different compilers which would support various different platforms. Now, to purchase various different compilers for so many different devices is going to be a lengthy and costly process, which is of course not preferable. So, to solve this problem in today's digital world, in came Java. Let's see how does this works in Java. Let's again take same example of print statement, but this time in Java. Now, Java also has its own compiler. Java compiler converts this code into a file called as class file, which is only understood by JVM, known as Java Virtual Machine. It is a virtual machine which takes this class file as input and identifies the platform or the device on which this is working on and converts it into native machine code. So once the code is compiled, it can run on any platform or device. That's why Java is called platform independent. Hope this clears what Java is and why it is called as platform independent. So guys, let's move on to another part of our session, which is Java installation. Java is very easy to install software. Just need to install it setup from the link mentioned on the screen, and I have also copied the link in description section. Maybe you can copy it from there. So let's try to open the link and see how we can download the software. The latest version of the software is Java SC 14. SC stands for Standard Edition. Let's scroll down a little and have a look at various setups available for different platforms. Now there is a support given for various different platforms like Linux, Mac and Windows. Now since I am using Windows PC, we'll go for Windows installer, the exe file. You need to click on the same and download the installer. So once clicked, it gives us a agreement screen, so we have to agree with the terms and condition and click on download JDK. So you can just save the setup. In the best interest of the time, I have already downloaded the setup and will show you guys how the installer looks like. So this is the installer, guys. So it says JDK 14.0.1. Now we have seen on the link as well as on the installer, it says JDK. Now what does this JDK means? JDK is nothing but an environment used for developing Java applications and applets. It includes different components like JRE, that is Java Runtime Environment, which is used for running Java code, and components like compiler and interpreter, etc., etc. In simple words, it gives us an environment where we can write our code and execute the same. Before we begin with the installation, let's first verify if there is already Java installed on the system or not. So in order to verify the same, we need to open a command prompt and provide command as java space hyphen version. Let's see what it returns. It says Java is not recognized as an internal or external command. It means there is no Java installed on the system. If there was any Java installed on the system, then it would have written the version of the Java. So we are good to go ahead and start with the installation. Let's begin with the installation. We need to just double click on this setup and wait for the window to appear. It shows the installation wizard for Java SC Development Kit 14.0.1. So we need to click on next. It shows the location where it's going to install Java setup. It says as C program files Java JDK 14.0.1. Now we can change the location wherever we want to install Java, but would suggest to keep it by default to C program files Java JDK. That's the best practice. So let's click on next. It shows the progress bar. Now we need to wait this progress bar to reach to 100%. Once this reaches to 100%, then we are almost done with the installation of Java. So guys, as you can see, Java installation is pretty simple and straightforward, just like the installation of any other software. We need to just follow the instructions given on the installation results and move ahead. So here we go. Java SC Development Kit 14.0.1 successfully installed. So it says that installation completed. Now we need to click on close and we are done with the installation. So let's have a look at the location where Java is installed and see how the folder structure looks like. So let's go to the file explorer, C drive, program files. So if you can see, there is a folder created by the name Java. So if we click on this, we can see another folder named as JDK 14.0.1. So this is how the folder structure looks like after the installation is done successfully for Java. So let's look at the bin folder. You can see various DLLs and other files that are required by Java. So once we have completed the installation, we need to set the environment variables so that whenever some program wants to look for Java, it is automatically recognized by a program. So in order to set the environment variables, we need to go to control panel, go to system security, system, advanced system settings. Here you can see the option for environment variables. So we need to click on the same, go to path and say edit, say new. Now here we need to copy the path till bin where the Java was installed, that is C program files Java JDK bin. So we need to copy this whole path. Remember, we need to copy the path till bin folder and copy it over here. Say OK. Now for some systems we need to also set up the Java home variable, so we need to click on new and say Java underscore home. So we need to name the variable as Java home separated by underscore sign. Then variable value we need to give the path again till JDK and not till pin. Remember, for this we need to give path till JDK folder, that is JDK 14.0.1. Say OK, and then done. So we are done with setting up the environment variables. Now in order to verify if the Java is installed successfully, we need to open a command prompt again, as we did before installing the Java. We will mention the same command again, Java space hyphen version. So it returns the Java version that we have installed, that is 14.0.1. We can also write another command, that is Java C. So it returns various commands that we can execute with Java C. Java C is nothing but Java compiler. So we have successfully installed Java on our systems. I hope you have now have the fair idea on how to install Java. Let's move on to the last part of our video, that is use of Java for software testing. We would understand this with few common questions that we get to hear from testing folks. As a tester, why I need to learn Java or any programming language? Industry experts say manual testing is going to go out like dinosaurs, which is the situation we haven't seen in industry yet. However, there are many tools or frameworks that are designed to reduce the cost and efforts of manual testing, especially regression testing, and in order to use these tools, we need to learn some programming language. After this, the other question which comes in our mind is, as a tester, how much programming language should I have? Now, I would suggest not to jump after each and every language or code. Analyze your day-to-day work and application you are working on, and depending on the same, identify a tool and the language and start with writing basic programs and automating basic test cases. And also it would be great help if you guys have someone experienced in the language who can support and provide you proper feedback about the work you are doing. Now I have listed some of the automation tools or frameworks like Selenium WebDriver, WebDriver iOS and APM. I hope this clears the concept regarding Java and its installation, specifically for the folks working as software testers. So keeping this in mind, in next video I am going to come up with what is Selenium, basics of Selenium, and how to write first test case using Selenium WebDriver. So guys, stay tuned for next video and do like and subscribe if you like the video, since this keeps us motivated. Thank you all, do take care of yourself and stay tuned.